Good morning. Good morning. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Tap that button when you come in. Good morning. It's Monday. Getting everybody a chance to get in here. How everybody doing this morning? Y'all come on in. Wake up. I'm still tired. I got a sick grandbaby at home. Gotta go to work. But I still gotta go to work. Good morning. Thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you. It's Monday. Y'all come on in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, y'all coming in. Good morning. Yeah, my grandbaby. His asthma again. When he's like an environmental baby. Like when the climate, weather change, his asthma like set off. He was just sick last week. Yep. Thank you. What the heck? Somebody. I hate when the police pull somebody in the middle of the road. Like, why would you pull somebody like you got nothing to do, like, but to pull somebody on a Monday morning, traffic crazy, and you pulling somebody in the middle of a three-way highway? Like, that's crazy. Sometimes police do the stupidest stuff. My scheduled time was 8:45, everyone. But I'm on here to give everybody an opportunity to get in this morning. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, Sunshine. You'll have an awesome day. You have a Mishu, you have an awesome day as well. I love K-pop. My grandkids love K-pop. I think that's that little show. Look, whatever your preference of your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. Has nothing to do with me. I don't have anything against anyone who choose to have a different lifestyle. That don't got nothing to do with me. We can agree to disagree. Thank hope your grandbaby. Thank you, Kojo. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a grandmother. Good morning, Cece. I am cool, Anthony. Just don't hit the hot button. Hope your day is great. Thank you, PJ. Yo, where are you going? MAGA country. Look, don't come in here with all that MAGA country. It's too early in the morning. My life ain't about no MAGA. Ain't no about this stuff. This ain't even our world. Like, y'all be harping on stupid stuff. But anyways, good morning to you, Ivan. If you feel like it's making, only person can make your life great is God, not another individual. So I'm gonna keep it at that. But we're not finna get into all this MAGA crap, okay? I don't give a care about MAGA. None of us do, really. Seems like you the only one waking up with MAGA on your mind. We don't give a damn about no MAGA. Who cares? Period. Good morning, Michael. Not sure what you're talking about, but good morning. Evidently, I'm just talking. Nobody can get to me. I talk to everybody. I don't care because trolls in here. I talk to the trolls and all. Sometimes the trolls become your friends. People come in here trolling me, and I go to talking to them, cracking jokes with them, going back and forth with them. Guess what? They end up subscribing to my channel. They ended up, you cool. They ended up liking me. They sometimes they'll even send me a super sticker or super chat. So, I don't care nothing about that. That's this social media. Dang, I hate when them messages come on my thing. I hope my live didn't get knocked off. Thank you, honey. Hoyan. Thank you. I think I said your name right. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, I don't mind. My platform is, when you have channels like this, you got to have tough skin. You can't be weak coming to social media. You have trolls. Dang, I thought that was my truck sounding like that. I was like, what the world going on? You got this one saying shut the up. No, you shut up. you How you coming on my platform telling, I don't know who you telling to shut up. How you come to somebody's platform to tell them to shut up? It's 8:45. It's 8:45. But like I said, this social media, and you have people that they call them trolls. I call them gargamels and Beetlejuices. We call them trolls, but that's what I call them. Gargamel, Beetlejuice, those be miserable people that don't have nothing to do. So if I got gargamels in here, Beetlejuices in here, I don't mind. It's Halloween, so the trolls, the Beetlejuices, and the gargamels, they got to come out. They got to come out. You know what I'm saying? The Googles and the Gogglins, they got to come out. They can't interrupt what I got going on. No, your skin is chocolate. And I love chocolate. Oh, thank you. In God's favor. Thank you. Hope everybody's having an amazing Monday. It's Monday. Everybody be dragging on Monday. Monday is just one of them days like everybody like, oh my God, I gotta get up. I gotta the kids dragging, the great, everybody dragging. But y'all up. But let's get into it. I wanna talk about I don't know if any of you heard. This is a very sad story. I think it happened last year, allegedly. It's all allegedly because I really don't know the full details. But I read across this story like last week. It was coming through my news feed. It was a LSU student. He was a very good football player. I'm not sure where he was going. Like I said, I don't know the full details, but it's definitely a very sad story where this young man ended up taking his life because of accusations that he was accused of. Apparently it was a car accident. It was an accident. He was en route of this accident, but when the accident occurred, he had nothing to do with it. Only thing it was, he passed the accident. He went around the accident. So at some point, I guess it was a witness on the scene that stated that he was the one that speed caused the accident. So I guess I'm assuming that this young man ended up getting arrested. This young man was pleading and telling them, hey, it wasn't me. I had nothing to do with this. And I guess the young man, like even the officer, he lied. In his paperwork, he lied as well. So, however, they have videos that has finally been put out. They've done a thorough investigation to later find out. We got to understand. Let me back up. This young man career, he lost his career. Well, not his career, but his spotlight of football and something he probably dreamed of, and just, being a great football, player. He was a great athlete. But to make a long story short, this young man ended his life. He ended his life because of the pressure of everything, the accusation, things that were said. And nobody deserves that. Nobody should have to deal with that. And maybe this young man, his mental, knowing that, not, I know his family believed it in him, but this young man did not deserve this. And it all ended in him taking his life. And now there are videos that are proving that he was nowhere near this accident. But you have a witness and a police officer that lied in the report. So my question to you all, those of you that have a level head, those of you that have common sense, I'm not talking to the Gargamels, I'm not talking to the trolls, and I'm not talking to the Beetlejuices. So we understand we have three types of people in our chat right here. So we have trolls, Gargamels, and Beetlejuice. So I'm letting you guys know, we know they here. It's okay. Ignore them. Ignore what they say. They everybody play their part. They're playing their part. They're playing their part to keep me in the algorithm. So let's keep that, But anywho, what do you think someone should be held accountable for this situation of lying in the report, where it caused this young man, very athletic, probably had a bright future. He ended up taking his life. So do you all feel as if someone needs to be held accountable? I do. Because if this young man was going to be held accountable for his actions, allegedly, if he caused that accident, which we know he didn't cause the accident, they have footage, cameras, and all showing that this young man was not the cause of this accident that took somebody's life. So as we know, as I'm telling you all, this young man was going to be facing I think it was either manslaughter or something like that, allegedly. Don't correct me on that, I'm just saying. But a life was taken, vehicle, the cause of it, speed, and caused this accident, which this young man had nothing to do with it. So do you all think that someone should be held accountable for this? I do. I think someone needs to be held accountable. So what's you all's take on this story here of this young man? Went to college. He was a college student at LSU. Tell me what y'all think. Thank you all for tapping that screen and hitting that like button. Y'all get in the comments. We have plenty of time. Good morning to everyone that's in here. Y'all chime in. If y'all would like to send super stickers or super chat, you're more than welcome to do that. Support the host. Support the host. It's not forced. Be a cheerful giver. We love cheerful givers. People that love to give, but be a cheerful giver. Don't feel like you have to give, stay humble in my life, man. Stay humble. You make sure you stay humble. But right now, what are your takes on that? The young man that was falsely accused of causing an accident which took a life. In this accident, but this young man was pressured. He was pressured and he was falsely accused that he ended up taking his own life. This young man took his own life. So what do you all think about this? What's your opinion? For those of you that's coming in, this story is about a young man that allegedly was falsely accused of, well, it wasn't allegedly, but I'm just saying, he was falsely accused. He was an LSU student. He was falsely accused of causing a accident due to speeding, which caused someone life to be taken. But this young man took his own life. Later on, this young man took his own life because of all the pressure, all the backlash he's getting, and the weight of the world felt like it was on his shoulder, and he just couldn't handle it. And he ended up taking his life. And now there are videos out here surfing. They did a full investigation and later found out that this young man did not do this. And now his family is filing a lawsuit. But all the money in the world, we know, all the money in the world cannot bring this young man back. This young man not even to know that he was justifiable. And this young man took his life, but God know his heart. We can't say what he was going through. What he probably felt like, my whole everything that I worked hard for, being an athlete, he worked hard for. He was in college, and now this young man was passing. You can see the vehicle. There's videos out there showing this. Good morning, Lachelle's. Good morning. Good morning, Queen. I can't see the rest of it, but Queen Jasmine. Hey, good morning, Cheryl. I'll be at my little spot in a minute. Thank you all for supporting the live stream. If you all would like to support the live stream, support the host, you're more than welcome to with super stickers, super chats. And I would gladly appreciate your support. And thank you so much. Thank you all for hitting that like button too. Thank you. Thank you. The numbers are definitely matching. Thank you. My black beauty, how are you today? I'm doing good. I'm a little not tired, but it's Monday. Everybody be dragging on Monday. Then I have a sick grandbaby at home. His asthma. Every now and then his asthma flare up. Last week he was sick. I had to leave work early. Well, not early, but. And now he's not feeling well because of that. He's always under the weather, so I know we get some bad weather in. And sometimes it be like that. I got to make him a doctor's appointment. He have medicine, but sometimes he have to get steroids. So I have enough for that left, because when they give me the medicine, I try not to use it all up. Johnny who? Johnny Pork. Oh, goodness. Y'all give me a minute. I'm coming. So I just want to know what's y'all feelings on this, or y'all opinion on this, about this young man falsely accused of causing this accident, which someone's life was taken. But later on, this young man who pleaded innocent, pleaded innocent, plead his innocence, that he had nothing to do with it, that this young man ended up taking his own life because the stress of the world was on his shoulders. Good morning, Kenneth. Hi from Louisiana, Cheryl. Good morning, February, and Christina. Good morning. So I'm not sure if y'all heard of the story, but what do y'all think? I think it's a sad story. I think it's a very sad story that a young man who life probably had not, it was just getting started. And it kind of made me feel, think about my son when he celebrating his birthday, and your life, life can change you. Things can like change so quick. You know what I'm saying? Things within a blinking of an eye, your life can just get flipped upside down just that quick. Like your whole life can just change in a blinking of an eye. You could be going about your busy day like this young man driving. In the video, you could see it driving. Have nothing to do with the accident. Nothing at all to do with the accident. But yet somebody took it upon themselves to blame. How can you blatantly lie like that? How a person that can just lie like that, they dangerous. A person that can lie off the cuff is dangerous. To say that this young man was the reason why, it was like a hit and run, apparently. Like they were saying he was speeding, and because of his speeding, what happened, he was the reason why the accidents happened. This young man had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all. It's sad. And I pray and hope that this family, get the justice that they need. Thank you, Gerardo. Thank you. I'm tired today, y'all. Your girl got her hair up today because I'm tired. I ain't really tired. I see my hair. I ain't let my hair down. Let all my hair down today. Good morning, 4 Boom 3X. Boom, 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 boom. Please like and subscribe and comment and share. Thank you. I need me some chocolate. Well, go to the nearest store. You can get you some chocolate. I'm sure they got a whole lot of chocolate in the store. And you can choose like different varieties of chocolate. Look what I got. I got some of these. But these are the soft ones. These not the hard ones. These are the Mr. Werther's original. Werther's creamy caramel filled with hard candy. Yeah, I got some of these right here. Not Hershey. What was the highlight of your day? I woke up this morning. That's the highlight of my day. God, I was able to wake up and be here with you guys today. That's the highlight of my day. I was able to wake up. You funny. Not Hershey chocolate. No, you're my favorite chocolate. Thank you, Gerardo. Yep. It's sad. Like, no one deserves that, So, just one of these days. I got a skirt on. Y'all see my skirt? I got a skirt on. I got a skirt on this morning. This is what I got on. Skirt. I have on these are my shoes. These are the shoes I have on this morning. So I have on a black top and a colorful skirt. So I want to be comfortable today. I'm from Florida, Fortis, Fortis, Philly. I'm from Florida. Eh, Princey, Prince, Princessa. Princessa. Is that Espanol I'm speaking? Princessa. Is that Spanish? Is Spanish? When I'm speaking Spanish or Creole. Oh, no. Don't get mad at me. Oh, see, Espanol. Okay, so let's, okay. Look, okay. I got it, I got it. Thank you. Yeah. Hello to you. For all my ladies, listen. This, for all my ladies who like, I don't know if they have this for men, but look, I bought these when I was in Atlanta. I have some other ones when I went. This the Rihanna Riri. This some oil. And this the pink sugar. And I got another one. Aren't these cute? These little oils right here, they smell so good. I'm becoming like an oil chick or something. Nice eyes. Thank you. Yeah, I had to go get my eyes right. I apologize for Friday too, y'all. I did come on here Friday, I think. I apologize. Yeah, I had to go Sunday and get my eyes right, get my brows right. Cause see, y'all will drag me on here. My lashes be hanging off and all that right there. And I can't have that on here. They'll be telling me, ma'am, your lash hanging. I know my lash hanging. I need some money to get it done. It costs. You know what? You know it costs a lot to stay beautiful. It costs me a lot. But let's stay on topic, y'all. So what do you all think about the situation with the young man? Because out of respect, we want to still be respectful because it could have been, Kyren could have been your family member. You know, something like that happening. You already said it. I'm not saying that. Don't come on here telling me to say crazy stuff. I'm not finna get on here saying crazy stuff. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Whoa. So how was you all's weekend? Go Buccaneers. Where my Buck fans at? So what's your football team? My team won, even though I didn't watch the game. But my team did win. Bucks did win. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. So y'all drop in the chat. What's y'all football team? Y'all NFL team. Mine's Buccaneers. I'm doing good. So Buccaneers is my favorite team. It seems like y'all don't know the story about Kyren. That's what this Eagles. Okay. I ain't even gonna say that. I'm gonna leave that alone. That's gonna be controversial. I'm gonna say it anyhow. This is my channel, and I'm gonna say what I want to say. Any Browns fans in here, and if it is, what do you all feel about? Yeah, that's good conversation. Cause you know, the Browns, we know there's a lot of controversy about they have 3 quarterbacks. So not just if you're a Browns fan, anybody in here that watch football and see all the crazy stuff that's going on within the Browns organization. So what do you all think about it? What's your take on that? You know, in that organization. I don't know. It's a lot. I feel like, to me, maybe it's just me because I'm coming from a perspective of a mother, and I guess you don't have to be in your feelings, but me, like, and as a parent sitting back watching their kid, I don't know how to take it. Like, to see your child like being drugged, like through social media, you know, they being whatever dry pick, y'all know what I'm talking about. But to me, it's a lot going on in the Browns organization. So what do you all think? Okay, we got Philly. They like to lose, evidently. You talking about they like to lose. But you would think like, you would think that it'd be balanced, you know, that you would not saying, I'm not saying he their best player, but you would still want to put a quarterback in there that's going to get you the win. You know, I feel like just work with all, you know, all the quarterbacks, give everybody an opportunity. You know, unite as one, you know, a team. Well, clearly they don't see it like that. So the guy, what his name, Steffa something. Is he like a coach or something? Is Steph is like a coach to the Browns? Cause he seemed like he be so angry. It looks like y'all don't know nothing about this. I want y'all to look more into that story, what I'm telling y'all about, the Kyrie story. They need, he said they need a Martin Luther King. Well, Forrest Philly, why you in here? Let me ask you. Have you heard of the LSU student that allegedly they tried to say, accused him of causing this accident which took somebody's life? And he been pleading his innocence for the longest, but the young man is no longer here, you know, to be able to say, hey, you didn't do it. We found you innocent. This young man got drugged and drugged and drugged till he took his own life. I think he took his life like last year sometimes. And the family is getting ready to, you know, have sue, I guess, allegedly. But I think it's a sad situation. My back is killing me. You didn't hear about it? Well, if anybody, because I'm based on what I'm looking at in my chat, I don't think anybody know about this story, but it's actually in the media and things like that. But go look up Kyrie's. Go back and read my thumbnail. I forgot his last name, but he was a LSU student. Kyrie's. He was an LSU student, and allegedly it was an accident. He rode by the accident, but a witness stated that he was the cause of the accident because he was speeding. But they were able to get footage showing and did a thorough investigation and showed that this young man had nothing. Say prior to the accident, he was 5 cars behind. The cameras caught it. He was like 5 cars prior to him passing the accident. So he was the length of him from the accident. The accident had already occurred before he even but when the accident happened, he hadn't even passed the accident. So you could see him speeding, going around. You know, if it's an accident, you go around an accident, and that's what you see him going around. He's nowhere near the accident. But yet he was arrested for it and accused of somebody life being taken. And there was a witness who stated that it was him, and a police officer stated it was him, and they knew all the time it was never him. But this young man ended up taking his life. But they ended up finding out that this young man was later, but it's too late now. He took his life. due to being pressured, lost his, spot on the football team, college education gone, just in a blink of an eye, just him passing an accident, his whole life changed. Ain't that something? That's horrible. You driving, minding your business, you just minding the business that pay you, and then all of a sudden you being arrested for something that you didn't do, you being accused of something that you didn't do, and you trying to pleading your innocence, and that it was to the point that it was overwhelming, and it seemed like nobody was hearing you, and this person ended up taking their life. That's sad. That young man had to really be pressured. The news media outlet, every time he turned on a channel, they are probably on where he from, probably every news station, news outlet. He get kicked out of college. He got to get sent back home, or maybe he's sitting in jail just waiting, pleading his faith, It's sad. But I keep that Kyre's family lifted up. We want to keep that family lifted up. Keep that family in prayer. And for those of you that have not heard about this story, go look it up for yourself, and read about the story. The young man Kyren from LSU, that was falsely accused. Oh, he turned himself in. Oh, why did he turn himself in? Was they looking for him for questioning him? Because, see, I don't know the full ins and outs of the story. So where did they have a warrant for him, or they wanted him for questioning, and then when he turned himself in, they charged him with it? So is that what happened? Let me know, is that what happened? I got 4 minutes to talk to y'all. So is that what happened? He was accused of something. Oh, wow. So when he turned himself in, they charged him with that, and then then he bonded out. Did he bond out of jail or something? That's sad. I need to make me I need an oil change. Oh, wow, that's so sad. Oh, he bonded out. This is such a sad story. That young man, like, whole future, just things can change your life drastically. Your life can get changed in a blinking of an eye. And it's like, that's not a special unexpected. His bond was, what? 151K? Whoa, that is a high bond. Shoot, the people that was involved with unaliving my son, they bond wasn't that high. Shoot, they didn't even have a bond. Shoot, they walked free. They intimidated my witness in jail. And the witness that I had, well, he didn't write the letter. The people that was involved with unaliving my son and my little cousin, my witness was in jail. Hey, Alfredo. It's at the city of Theba Docks is hurting. Yes, I know that city is hurting. That's sad. Oh, and that's what happened to me. The people that was involved, my little cousin, he wrote a letter. Well, they wrote the letter, kited the letter to his cell, and threatened him to sign it. If he didn't, they was threatened that they would, like, they had people on the outside that were gonna harm his kids and things like that. So the whole time all this going on, my cousin never told us that he was being threatened inside the jailhouse. And he never told us that he was fighting and all of that, XYZ, whatever the case may be. So he stated that he feared for his life, for his family life. So he signed the paper. Hey, Demetria. So he signed the paper, which by him signing, and he wrote in a statement. He recanted it from his statement. Recanted it off his statement, stating that the guys that was locked up for the unaliving of my son and my little cousin, which would have been both of his cousins, he wrote a statement stating that the guys that were in jail, that they had nothing to do with it. So by him recanting it from his statement, that it was his first statement was he did see him, and later finding out everything he said, it was the truth. But we later found out after a while that he claimed he feared for his life, and those guys were able to walk. So basically, the guys that were arrested for unaliving my son and my little cousin, those guys could never be, if they get in other trouble, they could probably go to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? But they could never be charged again for what they did to my son or my little cousin. His mom and dad is very strong. His mom sung at his funeral. I did my son's funeral. Yeah, it take a strong mother to do it. I remember just putting my son. I picked out my baby casket. I did everything. I helped make sure. I went and made sure everything was right. I was like all hands on deck with my son's funeral. I was all into it because I felt like as a mom, that was the only thing that I had left. To the grave, I'm still the mom. Even though it went through my pain and my hurt, but to the grave, I'm still mom. Even though how painful it is, me walking in there and seeing all these caskets, and I'm like, dang, I can't believe I'm like picking out a casket for my kid. But I prayed, God gave me the strength. I was able to get through it, pick out my son's casket, and make sure that I want to make sure that my baby, that I know that I still played a part in, everything from birth until me laying him to rest. So some people don't have the strength to do it. Everybody not strong to do it. But I thank God that I knew God for myself. I knew I had God's strength. And not through my human strength that I was able to do it, but through the strength of God, I was able to do and be hands-on with my son's service. So I thank God. And I still need God's strength. 19 years later, I still pray for God's strength. I still need his strength. So if you somebody in here, and you might have prayed yesterday, last year, 3 months ago, and you probably was dealing with something and it was overwhelming and you couldn't handle it, guess what? God is the same God and he changes not. You could if you got to go back and ask God for strength, go back and ask him for the strength in the same thing. He will give it to you. He don't change. Everybody deal with pain different, hurt different. Everybody go through different things. Go on YouTube and look up Kyren Lacy. I don't think I could look at the funeral. Like me, I can do certain things, but me looking at that funeral, it'll probably, I know what I can handle and what I can't handle, but I don't think I could look at his funeral. I can't, like things like that, it'll do something inside of me. Yeah, I don't want to look at that. Because I've been in that position, with losing my son. And I don't think I could do that one right there. No, I don't want to look at that. I don't feel like my heart, like I don't feel like I'm strong enough to go look at that. I don't want to look at that. But thank you for letting me know where it was at. So for anybody that want to go watch Lacy's funeral, you could go to YouTube and look up Kyren Lacy's funeral. So for those of you that's not aware of this young man, we want to keep the Lacy family lifted up. Keep the family lifted up. And we pray that this family get the justice that they need, even though Kyren, their son, is no longer here in the flesh, but we know he's there in the spirit. And we will continue to keep this family lifted up and give this family the strength to hold on and do what they need to do. And let hopefully justice will be served. And the people that lie in their report, the police officer, the witness, I feel like they need to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable, and they need to be held accountable for, for being a Because I feel like they're a part of Kyre's the reason why he took his life. And they need to be held accountable for that. Of that young man taking his own life. Yep. Well, I enjoy everyone. Thank you all for chiming in. Thank you for your support. Thank you for hitting that like button. But your girl got to get up out of here. I love you. I want to chit chat, but I gotta go. I got six minutes to get in this building. All right, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Monday, and thank you and much love to all my supporters. All right, thank y'all for supporting me. All right, have a good one.